Hello and good morning from Idgah, Dreak, Rawalakot, District Punch in Azad Jammu and Kashmir. This is a message foremost and specifically targeted to the United Kingdom. The message is not going to be so long because, of course, the ability of us uploading a video of many minutes is nigh on impossible. And of course, today is day 28 of this war that has been imposed on this territory in order to quash a strictly peaceful, a genuinely organic, peaceful rights movement which emerged in this territory in May 2023. So we are into the fourth year of this effort. And it should be very clear to Britain that despite you not teaching British colonial history in the schools and colleges of Britain or even the universities of Britain, you know, we have taken our own initiative. I have been living here in my motherland, in my home territory for the past 21 years. And I slowly have come to realize that I am part of a very illustrious civilization which gave knowledge and wisdom to the rest of the world in the shape of the University of Sharda. And I would say that a lot of the knowledge and wisdom which you find in the Indian subcontinent takes its origins from Sharda, whether it's politics, whether it's culture, whether it's the many facets of science. You will find the origins, including linguistic origins of the various languages, especially in North India, or what is essentially North India, including Pakistan, originates from here. So we, being part of a illustrious civilization, do not wish to be part of this dirty war of games, which effectively means that the areas of North America, of Western Europe in particular, including the United Kingdom, and places like Australia and New Zealand, you know, you cannot, Western civilization cannot be remembered as a civilization which designed peace at home and conflict abroad. And unfortunately, whatever good has come out of Western civilization is marred by this fact that you have a role in conflict abroad. I mean, the conflict that we are engulfed in at the moment has its origins in the way that you transferred power in 1947. You know, there have been empires throughout history, and empires in the main have been cruel. So I'm not singling out the British Empire, although the amount of people that you killed probably amounts in absolute numbers more than even the Mongols. And you know, I'm not saying this just out of the top of my head. This is based on historical research. So empires are empires, but this British Empire, I mean, you insist on designing geographic boundaries, you insist on constitutional frameworks, administrative frameworks, military frameworks that are designed by you. And of course, the Pakistani army, the Indian army, even the Bangladeshi army takes its roots, origins from you. So you created Pakistan and you created it in 1947, but you designed it many years earlier. A lot of evidence suggests that. And you created it for your own purposes. The reason why, despite the passing of 78 years, the reason why Pakistan cannot be a democracy is because you've designed it as such where the country is forever, according to your design, is going to be ruled by a rogue military which is not accountable to anybody in Pakistan. It's accountable to you, we understand. Okay, and it is only some months ago that I read a statement from the British military praising the Pakistani military. So, a military that promotes hatred, promotes ignorance, and is self-absorbed in itself, and that kills at will people in its own territory, and admits itself that we have provided or done the dirty work for a lot of European or Western powers. I mean, you have created this rogue state, this fascist state, and I don't know, during the Second World War you had this war against fascist Germany, but you didn't learn any lesson from that, because only 2 years after that war you created this rogue state, this rogue fascist state. And I would say to my people meaning the people of AJK living in Britain, that do not be trapped into this sense of fake Islamic majoritarianism, which is essentially designed by Britain, the two-nation theory designed by Britain. I mean, does it not make sense to you that in Britain people can travel throughout the country without any checkposts or without producing any form of identification? Does it not make any sense to you that in England there are churches, there are synagogues, there are Hindu temples, there are Buddhist venues of worship, if you like, there are masajid, there's everything. There's a melting pot in England, but the very same England, the very same Britain has designed geographic boundaries in such a manner and designed the upper routing of people based on their religious identity from one place to another. And we are denied that diversity which has helped Britain thrive. So I would suggest to Britain that let's take one step at a time. Let's not fool ourselves. And we've been asking you to send a fact-finding mission from the 2nd of June, 3 days before this latest imposed war by Pakistan. I would suggest that you send those UK MPs of AJK origin, who total at least 11 in number, and send them here to this very place where we've been without internet, without any kind of logistics that we are usually able to avail for the past 28 days. There's obviously no military solution to this, because this territory belongs to the people here, and the people understand this territory much better than these rogue Pakistani military elements that have been sent here. So I think what I've said is quite enough. I would just like to end with saying that there have been over 2,000 incidents of human rights violations, including people being killed, including people being abducted and effectively missing, people who've been injured, people who've been arrested, people who've had to face attempted arrest, people whose houses have been damaged, people whose families' honor has been disturbed, people who have been forced to give confessions. I mean, how stupid and insane can you get that a country which has imposed a blackout here is chewing out or spewing out propaganda at will? I mean, are they that bloody stupid, right? And making people give forced confessions that, oh, we have no connection to the Joint Awami Action Committee. I mean, how stupid can you get? I mean, really, I would say to Britain, I mean, you created a monster, and it's you who has to deal with this monster. This monster has no place in Jammu and Kashmir whatsoever. And we speak with the People's Authority because 90% of the people here are supporting the Joint Awami Action Committee. And how on earth can a rogue state named Pakistan fight with 90% of our population? It's not possible. The British designed conflict management module ended on 5th of August 2019, and its final nails in its coffin are being designed right here where I speak. Thank you very much.